Hi, so we're going to do two logical fallacies today to kind of keep going with getting ready to do our digital literacy lessons or videos. The first one we're going to discuss is an appeal to ignorance. So this is when you can't prove a point, so that it must also therefore be true. This sometimes shows up in really innocent places. So if you've ever interviewed for a job and someone was asking, hey, did you get it? Did you hear back from it? And you go, no, they haven't called me yet, so I probably didn't get it. This is an appeal to ignorance. You assume you didn't get it because you haven't heard from them, but it could, on the other side, you could have also have gotten it because even though you haven't heard from them yet. Another one would be, scientists can't disprove the existence of aliens, so therefore they must be true. Whereas the lack of existence is just as probable as their existence. This can sometimes shift the burden of proof to the other person. So if you were debating on whether or not aliens were real with a friend, and they go, well, you can't prove they're not real, it then becomes your problem to prove the argument rather than the person who first posed the argument in the first place. So if I told you aliens are real and you said, no, they are not, I should be proving to you that they are real, not you proving to me that they aren't. But if I say they can't be disproven, I'm kind of shifting the burden of proof to somebody else, making them have to defend their position instead of defending my own. The next one is going to be false dilemma. So this is kind of an either or. This can be seen in usually very heated emotional arguments where maybe something is going on in the news and it's like protesting or something, and someone will say, well, if they don't like it here, then they can just leave. So that's only two extreme options. They can either completely agree with what is happening or they can leave, not taking into account that there are various other types of answers that could be in the middle of those two very extremes. Another one might be, if you don't like me, you're my enemy. A good student will study even if they don't have exams. A bad student will never study if they don't have exams. So it's just kind of a this or that with very little in between. And that can kind of make it hard to argue a point if there's no room for any kind of elaboration or nuance that obviously exists, because it's not a black and white world. So we can't argue in one extreme or the other. If you have more questions, I will leave resources up below, and the link to where I'm getting all of my definitions is the Department of Philosophy through the University of Texas. So I'll be sure to include a link to their resources as well. Thanks for watching.